back with Jay Williams after losing his career. Of course, we want to know how you bounce back. But before I get to that, your contract was $16.5 million with the Bulls. I know.
I know.
You went Jay said, you're trying to hurt me,
Well, today
T-Hawk.
they asked me, like, how was your contract?
Yeah.
And my agent wrote back, and I was like, oh.
16 million. And you ended up making about $35,000 a year, from 16 million to 35,000.
Yes. After I couldn't come back, I then went to go do TV, which is probably the best thing that ever happened to me because it just recalibrated me. Yeah. And I made $35,000 for about 6 to 7 years. Yeah. But it actually put me into the scheme of what's real and what isn't. And all of a sudden, when I was on the road and having a dinner, my first dinner at Morton's, I'm like, okay, I just spent $350 on dinner. I can't do that no more.
Right.
That's more than what I made in this game.
My rule is everybody start giving their credit card. I'm like, I'm not paying for this by myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on, everybody chip in.
The dynamic changed very quickly.
We'll be going to Sizzler together then, because I'm not paying for this. And then you also struggled with opioid addiction because now you're in pain.
Yeah, I had to take Oxycontin, oxycodone, and I was taking 4 to 5 pills a day. And because I had nerve regeneration, so they equate that to childbirth. It literally feels like somebody stabbing you in the leg anytime throughout the course of the day. The pain can go for 20 seconds or the pain can go for 40 minutes. But you know what, Tam, what bothered me about that as I fought through that is I hear now it's like we have an opiate crisis. And I understand it's a crisis. But it's been a crisis, I know, within the black community. And it wasn't labeled a crisis back in the 70s and the 80s. It was labeled as a problem that we had to get rid of. Yeah. So, like, for me, it is something that I speak out about because, I mean, I did it for 5 or 6 years, and I didn't go to therapy. I kind of weaned myself off of it.
That's it. And obviously, that's remarkable because for most people, that is not the path forward to sobriety. But bravo, and I'm happy you are sharing that part of your story because, to your point, we are seeing that through a rose-colored lens and not speaking honestly about it. You got married. You had a daughter, Amelia Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's my little one. Changed my life.
She'll turn 1 in October.
Turn 1, well, actually, she was born, I was supposed to be born October 10th. I was a preemie, I was a month early, and my daughter was born on October 10th.
Aww.
I cannot make that up.
You can't.
And it's changed every aspect of my life. I already thought I was empathetic because I spent so much time with my mother, but I think just now having a daughter, like even just hearing how sometimes have men talk, I'm like, oh, yo, calm down.
Was she the game changer for you?
I think she crystallized everything for me. I think I felt it, but I think having her, even with the way I approach work, we did one on the economics of women's sports, and we sat down with Lindsey Vonn and Lisa Leslie, and we were talking about how, Carly Lloyd, who played for the Women's World Cup team, won a World Cup. And she's talking about how they travel, coach, and they're staying at horrible hotels, even from accommodations perspective. So now for me to venture into conversations like that about, equal pay or just rights in general and speaking up for that, I'm passionate about it.
Before I let you go, back to Chicago that night, and people said, how stupid is he? You say, this accident was no accident. It had to happen for you to get to where you are.
Similar to you. And I think everybody's had some kind of accident in some form or fashion of their life. And my thing is it's not until you start saying, for a long time I said, why me? And when I was able to change the narrative in my own mind to why not me, that I became so empowered. So the same thing for you. I commend you on what happened with your situation. You're able to, as soon as you own that story and you start talking about what you've gained instead of what was taken away, that's a game changer that nobody does.
Wow.